This is one of the best home run hitters in baseball. He's played baseball in 4 different countries on 3 different continents in stadiums with 5,000 seats to 55,000 seats. His baseball career took him on a journey completely different than he could have ever dreamt of. So how did a kid from Milwaukee end up becoming a fan favorite in Japan? This is the story of Adam Brett Walker. Here at Warstic, we are committed to partnering with and uplifting athletes who possess the mentality and character of a warrior. Being a Warstic athlete isn't about money, fame, or statistics. It's about grit, growth, and gratitude. So let's dive into the story of one of those warriors. Adam Brett Walker was born and raised in Milwaukee to a Minnesota Vikings running back father and collegiate champion high jumper and volleyball player mother. So needless to say, he was born to be an athlete. He played baseball, football, and basketball throughout high school.
Having a talented quarterback naturally is crucial for the Red Knights. They've got one in Adam Walker.
Got some big targets and fast receivers, so I'm not afraid to throw the ball up and let them make a play, so it's a lot of help.
But he picked baseball because he said he just loves baseball practice and could spend all day on the field.
Why did baseball become the thing that you stuck with going to college?
I think honestly, I love baseball practice. I think I liked
Wait, what? Love baseball practice?
Yeah, I mean, just being at the field, like I could go out there, I could hit all day. I could be at the field all day.
He was super athletic, but was a really raw talent, so he went undrafted in high school. But all that started to change in college. He ended up signing with Jacksonville University in Florida. Since he played multiple sports growing up, this was the first time he had dedicated baseball training on the field and in the weight room. So his first winter in college, he put on a ton of muscle and the home runs followed. In his 2 college seasons, he put up monster numbers. A .378 average, well over 1,000 OPS, 25 home runs, and 33 stolen bases. This success was already impressive, but it was just the beginning of a long journey ahead of him. In 2012, after his junior year, he was selected in the 3rd round of the MLB draft by the Minnesota Twins. He went from undrafted in high school to a 3rd round pick in college. But pro ball is not easy and the minor leagues are a grind. Players can spend years making their way up the farm system on minimal pay and most never reach the bigs. Adam spent 5 years from 2012 to 2016 in the Twins organization, working his way up from rookie ball all the way to AAA. And he had a ton of success at the plate. He had 4 straight 25-plus home run seasons. He led his respective league almost every year. He was forming into his style of hitter, top tier power with a lot of swing and miss.
Walker in the air to center field, going back, Goodwin looking up, and it's gone! It's a grand slam home run to win it for the Red Wings! Adam Brett Walker, touch them all! Grand slam winner!
But while at one point he was a top 10 prospect for the Twins, he was never quite able to make that jump to the big leagues. In just 1 year, he went from the Twins organization to the Brewers, Orioles, Braves, back to the Orioles, and then to the Reds. It ended up being his worst season statistically, and after some injuries in 2018, he was no longer with an MLB organization. 7 years in the minors, it just wasn't working out anymore, and he was discouraged. He said he felt like it was the end, but that he had more to offer to baseball.
I was having some success, but I wasn't getting signed by an MLB organization, and it kind of felt like this was the end. But I felt like it had more to offer, so.
At this point, he had a decision to make. Would he move on from baseball or keep fighting? In the US, 16 million kids play youth baseball. 500,000 play high school ball. 34,000 play in college. And less than 1,000 make it to MLB. It would have been easy for Adam to give up, but he didn't. In an interview with our founder, Ben Jenkins, Adam said,
"Until they take the jersey off my back, I pretty much plan on playing. I love being out there. Just love trying to become a better player, and so hopefully at the end of my career, when no one wants me, I could say, hey, I did everything that I could to be the best I could be."
Throughout his career, Adam was really hard on himself. He wanted to be the best and wouldn't settle for anything less. So when he experienced trials, it really tested him. But in the face of adversity, he knew that quitting was not an option. So even though affiliated ball didn't work out, it was time to try something different. In 2019, he got to work. He told his agent that he'd play anywhere. So he played independent ball for 3 seasons, waiting and working for another opportunity at pro ball. He picked up a part-time job at a leather shop making belts and wallets, and he went back to school to get his degree. Indy Ball isn't the most glamorous. It means long bus rides, part-time jobs, and not much recognition from the baseball world. But Indy Ball was crucial for Adam, and it's where he turned around his career. He played for his hometown team, the Milwaukee Milkmen, which was such a cool opportunity for him to be able to play in front of his family and friends, and he dominated. Adam won back-to-back MVPs and led the Milkmen to the championship. In 2021, he hit 33 bombs with a .320 average in 100 games.
A record-shattering swing and a drive out to deep left field. There's a new home run king in the American Association, and his name is Adam Brett Walker II.
But baseball still had more for him because scouts all around the world started taking notice. In 2020, a friend asked him if he was interested in playing winter ball in Colombia, and Adam was all for it.
Off season in 2019, I did some research and I realized that, wow, there's a lot more professional leagues out here. It's been a life changer.
This was the first time Adam had played baseball outside the US, and there was a pretty big culture shock. Not many of his teammates spoke English.
When I went to Colombia and I got off the plane and I realized that everybody only speaks Spanish, I was like, I don't know anything. I thought I knew a little bit, but that was the first time, and my heart started racing a little bit, and I said, this is going to be interesting.
So he was now having to continue working to get better at baseball, but with more barriers off the field, like new culture, language, and food. But he used this adversity to prepare him for a career in baseball internationally. Because after a short time playing winter ball in Colombia and Mexico, he got a call from Tokyo. Scouts of the Yomiuri Giants and NPB had taken notice of the numbers that Adam was putting up in Indy Ball and decided to give his agent a call. This was finally his chance to play in a major baseball league again. But this would be a completely different baseball culture than anything he'd ever experienced. Different language, different coaching styles, different practices, and totally different food. But because he was determined to keep pushing, he was all in. So in 2022, he jumped on a plane headed straight to Tokyo.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
And once he got there, he was ready to tackle this new challenge. But he noticed how different practice was from baseball in the US. Japanese culture flows through its baseball as well. Detailed, intense, high-energy practices, daily hitter meetings, and was expected to study meticulous scouting reports. But at the end of the day, baseball is baseball. His training and perseverance prepared him for this challenge just like any other. And in 2022, he made the Giants' big league club out of camp, and he dominated. A lot of foreign hitters really struggle when they first come to Japan. But in his first season, he hit 23 homers, top 10 in the league, and was an NPB All-Star. Japanese fans fell in love with him, and he became a household name in NPB. Giants fans even created a song to sing for him specifically for his at-bats. It was the perfect debut season. And 2 years later, he's completed 3 seasons in Japan with the Yomiuri Giants and the SoftBank Hawks, playing with some of the best players on the planet, and has more than accomplished his goal of continuing to grow in baseball. Adam Brett Walker is a prime example of what we are all about at Warstic. Even in the face of disappointment, he kept battling. And he's admitted that he didn't handle his first true test of adversity well, but he learned from those mistakes and now enjoys baseball more than ever before.
Now I've been able to go all the way over the world and play, and I wouldn't trade it.
Because of the trials he faced, he's now prepared for whatever baseball throws his way. And because of his preparation and hard work, he now faces adversity as a fun challenge rather than a setback. Through his career, he's shown that having a growth mindset helps you learn from mistakes, that having grit gives you the mental toughness to bounce back quickly, that adversity produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and that you have to know yourself, your full self, following the path set before you, running your race with endurance. That's the mentality of a warrior, and that's the mentality of Adam Brett Walker. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more Warstic Warrior Spotlights.